Alright, alright, alright. Here we go, guys. We're gonna get Moon versus Lune for Waifu Wars Season 7 Semifinals. Who's hype? This should be a fun game. We've got a Team Noemi versus Team Resha. Looks like they're already hopped into band pick too. Let's go take a look. I'm ready for some beef. Who's ready for some beef? Wow. Look at these bans. I guess it makes sense. Moon actually has a lot of AoE in this box despite the Nomi captain, so he bans the scary AoE debuff stuff. Hey Rice Crew. Hey Disco. How's it going, guys? Whoa. Whoa. There is a Patricia. In before Raven joins chat to say just ban the pick ones. Just ban them. Alright. Well, this will be interesting. Patricia games are funny. Because the enemy team might just kill themselves by killing something. So, in terms of overall draft here, right? Lune bans a tank. So Moon's got 2 left and a Ricky and a Sissy. So he doesn't have to pick a tank necessarily. He's got a couple of his guards, but, you know, it wouldn't be unlikely. Lune still has some spare healers left, and Moon's also putting ban pressure on his tanks too. I'm just a unending pool of toxicity, Raven. You guys have ruined me forever. Yeah, Moon is going very aggressive here. It's interesting because it is pretty AoE flavored compared to what he's been running so far. We might see a funny Susie pick here. That would be fun. I honestly think the Ricky's a pretty good choice too. He's got a pretty legit AoE, and you know he's got some passive Fizz Guard too, which could help play around the pressure. Thank you, Raven. I love you. I appreciate it. Keep giving me money, and someday I'll upgrade my mic or something. I'm up to like I think $70 or $80 now off Twitch. So I'm thinking the things I can do with it either A, I miss Enya and then I have to wail for Enya, or B, I try to get a nicer mic or something to upgrade the stream quality a little bit. Instead of just using like a webcam mic. Yeah, man, yeah, man. Man, look at this 4th pick Serafina. We do have a Ricky. And a Suzette. This is a fun draft. We'll see how Lune can cope, right? So range-wise, I think Moon has a distinctive advantage turn 2. Like, they both need setup for all of their heroes. Like, Pressure needs her wings, Sarah needs her wings, Gitz needs her talent. Nomi has to 3C. Patricia has to 3C. Luke needs Puppet to get unsilenced. Ricky doesn't really need anything. I guess he needs to point, and then Suzette's just low range. Well, see, I think Moon's real plan here is just to murder that Lune before she ever becomes a problem. Hey, thanks, Zuko. Appreciate it, man. But yeah, we'll see if the Bazongas wins here, or just the AoE nonsense. So Ricky is kind of cool, right? Because he is like a certified simp, right? And I know that's not normally cool, but we are in Waifu Wars. We are all here because we are simps, right? He is the most diehard shelf simp. He makes Wooper look like he's not even a shelf simp, you know? His exclusive literally buffs a different unit, you know? And that's a vibe. Hey, thanks, Mikey. But yeah, the Sarah could go crazy here turn two. So, looks like he went Int God here. We've got some Apex boots on the Ricky, and we do have the passive guard. Luke's got Black Hole. Okay. Yep. Appreciate the sub, and thanks for always coming hanging out in chat, Mikey. Always appreciate it when people talk. Ricky's other positive trait is that he is a pretty chonky boy. He is a pretty properly chunky boy, and the aura having infinite range is cool. I know people used to like troll Redeemers stuff like Freya because Ricky can disable them from the other side of the map because it's infinite range. Like technically, you could troll Ymir with Ricky. He like lowers crit chance too. You know that could troll Ymir maybe, possibly. Where's the crit chance reduction? Is it in the 3C? Yeah, it's in the 3C. Yeah, we'll see if Lune can kind of just eat the punishment here, or if he's going to need to play a little bit more aggressive. If Git slot machines like a mass heal or something turn 2, that could be big. Luke should have pretty much all the range in the world after Patty buffs, just because Steve and Luke herself get it. You know, so I have like a habit, right? I'll buy my summon tickets before like a big banner, specifically because if a macho comes out that I'm going to be tempted to grab, I don't want to have the crystals to be like, I can afford it. I gotta get Enya. I gotta get Enya. So I have already turned my crystals into summons, so I only have like, 800 crystals or something right now. It is too bad that Ricky's mobility buff is generic, so it doesn't like stack with a Patricia buff or anything here. So he's 6 and he'll stay 6. What's his span on the AoE here? 3 span, 5 range, okay. So you can reach up to this line. Maybe more if he's BB, that would be interesting. I do it so I can't be like, oh, there's a lottery right now, and I can't use Elwyn in Waifu Wars right now because he's base form Elwyn without SP skills. I should go SP Elwyn just to get his SP skills to use them. And no, I shouldn't. I don't wanna have any reason to try to use Elwyn. Elwyn is lame. That's true. I can just be like bite and bit and just pull. I'll just pull them. Easy. Just pull 5-head.
It sounds like the solution to all your problems.
Yeah, yeah, right? Like, what if I just pulled and I just got the heroes I wanted? That would be so easy. I should just do that next time. Someone remind me.
I mean, just get 4 SSRs in every temple,
Yeah.
and you're chilling.
I'll just like pull a young Jessica to 6 stars, you know, because I've been wanting to do that, right? I'll just go do that, and then I'll get my Enya in a single pull, right? And yes, JB has joined. It is not solo Ozma commentary tonight. Thank God.
But it's 2 tank pushers,
Well,
isn't it?
actually, we
Don't you
we
know
did
what
have
we're watching?
Estelle yesterday. Oh yeah, this is some real tank push gaming for sure. We did
Well,
have an Estelle visit
half of
last
it
night.
is.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, half of it is actual a tank push attempt here. The other half of it is there are some scary AoEs incoming. Um, and Sophia can heal once over the course of. So Ricky can hit a couple things. Like he can hit Freeze 3. Luke, of course, reaches everything. Suzette can get um, maybe a decent line here. What is the range on the 3CO? It's 5 blocks. Wow.
It's okay. I'm sure Lune slot machined mass heal this turn.
Right? That's what I was saying. Like, if this gets slot machines mass heal, there might be a world where he's not completely ruined. So Suzette hurts, but not too crazy bad because he is on an int god here. I do appreciate the Suzette Fireman skin. I always like that one.
It's always fun to watch Hilda's anti-crit do exactly nothing against incoming AoEs and the whole team getting crit because of it.
Yep. So now the question is, do you use Sophia now? And I think the answer is no. That only does like minor debuffs, just like a fixed damage stack on everybody. I don't think he can afford to Sophia right now. What does Sarah reach right now actually? So she's 5-7, so she can reach the Suzette. Um, but I don't think she does so much bleed damage that she kills the Ricky. I could be wrong. She might. But I'm not sure if that's even worth it. If you kill Suzette, does it cancel her AoE next turn? Is that a thing? I don't know.
As a not Suzette player, I'm going to say I don't think so.
I
Pretty
honestly have
sure
no
it
idea.
still happens.
Maybe it's one of those things where it still happens, but the effect is extra weak if it's after the character's died, like reactive heals and stuff. Get extra weak if you kill the healer.
Zuko says AoE stays, and he's an ape, so I trust him.
Yeah, I trust Zuko there. Yeah, so I don't think it's super worth throwing Sarah for maybe Ricky and a Suzette that's already done what she's gonna do. She could riposte Puppet to block the loot coming in, but
Wait, doesn't she not reach Ricky?
she reaches Suzette and maybe kills Ricky with the fixed after smashing
Oh, gotcha.
Suzette because
Yeah.
Suzette is fragile. Oh, oh no, he does 3C. He does almost die. Oh, he does die. The Patricia death AoE. Oh, I thought he could reach to melee there. Ranged seems so risky.
If you put that thorn on the target you're going to attack, they get stunned somehow, right?
Yes. Also, it
I
does
feel
look
like
like the thing disappeared.
oh,
The circle of death has gone. But yeah, she could have stunned. I think she was marking the Ricky because I don't know. I don't think there's any relevant debuffs that it would really matter there, honestly.
like I would think you'd want to, like if you're going to be attacking into a ranged unit at range,
Maybe
you'd
he was
want to
thinking the
stun
Ricky
them
has two range
first.
guard, but like even if he did, like he only has one block guard, right? But even if he did, the cool thing about his guard is it gives him stun immunity. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Like I remember people used to use Ricky against Lostem because you could just start with Ricky in the center of your formation like a plus with his passive guard on, and it was pretty good at blocking Lostem 3Cs turn one. Um, yeah, so we have a one-for-one trade there that doesn't really favor Lune particularly. So Lucretia can definitely still attack this turn. Gets dead heals somehow, or no, she hasn't gotten hit. That's what it is. Okay. She used something with slot machine.
She did take range up, right?
Yeah, let's check that. So she does notably have a little bit of healing on her 3C, and she did take range up. But she's got like the weak heal plus dispel version of 3C. So yeah, you have to Sophia now, and then you eat a very painful Luke 3C. Or not 3C, Black Hole. And everything should be stuck with straight line movement because it's undispellable, yeah.
That's pretty bad for Lune.
It is pretty bad for Lune. Because I guess he doesn't have much juice left here, honestly, in terms of AoEs. Like, unless he aggressively moves the Luke so that the Patricia can AoE offer, but you just get killed by Pressure if you do that, right? So he doesn't actually, like, he's got turn power, but he doesn't actually have any more AoEs to cast at the start of next turn because Suzette's dead and Luke brought Reaper. So it looks really, really bad for Lune. Actually, the heal block on Sophia is pretty bad for him. But he actually shouldn't just totally disappear next turn. Well, Ricky's already moved. He can't move him any further. And I think Gitz should be able to kill Ricky. Ricky does not have magic damage reduction or particularly high MDef, so... Like, if you move Ricky in at the start of next turn and hit the Hilda, you take a life, yes. But Gitz punishes Ricky, you don't get your AoE off still. He could also use the Luke to kill the Gitz, potentially. Yeah, I actually think that's the right move here.
Yeah, that for sure seems, yeah.
Just because she is the thing that can actually one-shot Ricky here.
Is his straight line debuff 1 turn or 2?
I think it's one. Oh, it is 2 turns, actually.
Oof.
Yeah, he's this is pretty bad now, because the Patricia does get her AoE.
Oh, how'd Sophia get rid of it? Has she really moved twice already?
Yeah, she moved late last turn. Ricky, like, started off, right? Well, I guess he didn't start it, but he was after the Suzette. I think he had to kill Puppet with Riposte. I honestly do. I kind of get trying to go for the fixed damage kill, but that's probably a tough kill anyways, because Suzette has last right, so I don't think you do crazy damage to, like, kill 14,000 HP with just your fixed. I think you usually need to hit, like, a Lancer for that. Because, like, if the game goes slow, then that favors the Gitz and the Pressure a lot. Oh, he does go for the Patricia 3C now, though. I guess he still has another AoE. And, like, the healer is gone, so, like, there's that. Yeah. AoE Rush is kind of good, guys. I don't know if
No,
anyone
I
knew that.
swear this is a tank push meta. Tank push OP.
That's not even, like, Rush. That's just he got Patricia. But also, like, I think Michelle and Hoffman and Listel would also be problematic for him. Maybe less so Listel, because he has things that can kill Listel, I think, before she gets in. And she gets in a lot slower if you don't give, like, a Patricia. So we do have a much slower map here. Lune does choose to be P2.
How did Bandpick go last time that he got Patricia to
He
rush his ult?
he banned these three: the Michelle, the Listel, and the Hoffman as his first three
Okay.
bans. Um, which I mean, I get the Listel because I got I had a game this season where I just got totally completely wrecked by Listel because she's tanky and then her AoE just completely dumpsters these teams. Um, but I think that there's not enough enablers in Moonsbach that you have to take her that seriously. Like if you ban the Patty third and don't ban the Listel, and then you knock out like the Flow and the Sissy or something, I think you could cope with it. Because Precious should be able to kill Listel. Although it's Moon, so it's also probably like Will's Listel. So we do have some sidebox swaps. We get a little bit of the AoE core swapping out. Really kind of just role swaps here. Similar units except for the Tatalia. Caroline's an interesting pick on this map. There's some terrain stuff, but she is also just another +1 for the box. There goes Patty. We got Michelle and Gitz dropping for Kagura and IBC, so a little bit more aggressive zoning for early turns. He was not playing an enabler before this, I guess.
Wonder how many of them really fit in there.
I mean, IBC definitely does. Like, he's first picking
Yeah.
Pressure, and he's got a Kyra and a Seraphina in the box. Like, IBC definitely does, and she's even got some defensive utility. So he does ban Talia, so what does that mean here, right? So Moon could go for a more defensive approach. He could take something like a tank now. I was going to say either an Agnes or a tank here. And go for the slightly slower tank push approach. And then you try to pick up one of like Luke, Hoffman, or Listel as like a secondary win con after the other than the Nomi killing tanks. I will say, as far as Nomi killing tanks, Landius is not what Nomi wants to be hitting into. She would much rather be hitting this Hilda that he banned. Unless his plan is just to do his fighters thing and drop the Landius his mobility. Which it could be. So he does third pick the Listel, overtaking a healer after the Agnes was banned, so I guess he still has Sissy, actually. Oh yeah, it was Sissy Flow, and so like he could have banned both, but he chose not to. He does get a Sarah, which she's not good against Hilda, to be honest. Hilda can switch into a cavalry hero, and she has that 3C that reduces fixed damage by 35%, so you don't really get your AoE kills with that.
both of these guys hitting it want to.
Yeah, he does have Moon does have the Listel, right? Which Lune doesn't have any assassins that Kyra was the only assassin he had in the box, and she's never killing a Listel, right? Um, there's not actually a lot he can do to stop this Listel from just killing his whole team once they get close to each other. He has to like get the guard dispel on the Hilda with pressure or something and hope that the positioning allows him to hit that Listel, but Moon could definitely even take Landius here if he wanted. And he does go, so he has healing over something like the Ludin, which could maybe drag out the Listel or drag out the Hilda. So I think
why have healing when you can just reverse it?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? Listel is just such a hard counter to anything you can do as a tank pusher in Waifu Wars that with the tank comp, she is pretty problematic for Lune here. Which is why I think he should have just taken like the let in, so he could try to do something about it before she gets in.
Well, like Seraphina ignores guard.
Yeah, but this is Moondoggy's Listel with a Landius aura and a Hilda aura. You never, ever, ever kill that Listel with Seraphina Riposte.
Well, like, you're not trying to, right? You just try to nuke through fix.
You can't. There's the Hilda. She drops the fix by 35%, and she's killing her crit, and Landius is killing her damage. It's just hard for Sarah to do much here.
Ooh, you're right.
The Hilda's a really strong Sarah counter in a lot of ways.
Forgot about the fixed aura.
Yeah, it's really good against Sarah. He might be able to get a kill if he can set up like the Agnes Bonk to chip the Listel first. Because like if you kill the Listel, then the game is over for Moon. Nomi's not getting through Landius with 2 healers to support.
Because yeah, like the idea is probably like depending on how the tanks are built, if it's like Lancer, Landius, or Hilda, and your infantry Seraphina's hitting into it with 3C, you can probably do enough to.
Yeah, you'd have to hit the Landius because Hilda will just switch into a cavalry, right? She can do that with her 3C.
So yeah, I don't even know. Landius could be Cav too. You never know.
Yeah, it looks like both are Lancer default here. So maybe you can do something if you hit into the Lando. Yeah, that's a fair point. So it's actually not a bracer on Listel, but it is 17k HP with pretty decent defense stats.
Yeah, you need a chip first. No shot you're doing 17k HP and fix.
Yeah.
And she's getting a buff.
Yeah. So it looks like she has boots. So she can get in faster than you particularly want her to as well. He does bring sweep on Pressure, but the problem is the Hilda 3C is killing any displacement. So he does bring Riposte, but he brings Vanguard, so that means he has to melee. I wonder if Lune doesn't have like that counters built. It wouldn't surprise me knowing Lune.
Surprised that you bring the Vanguards.
Yeah,
you definitely bring the Cav troops if you're going melee. Cav troops are just better. They hit harder.
They do hit harder. And I think you want the range flexibility. I mean, I guess there's the Landius aura, so range attack isn't ideal, but I'd think
well,
you
like
want the option.
Because yeah, like you're trying to max damage with Wedge Sting, you definitely hit melee, right? So, so like the idea would be to like break Hilda's aura with Pressure, like the anti-crit.
Yeah, that's true. If the play is the Wedge Sting over the Riposte, yeah.
Yeah. Because there's no shot Ripostes hidden.
The thing is though with the Nomi, right? You break the Hilda or hitting them, but then they have the Nomi robe and they take no damage.
Just don't chip them that much.
Well, like you would have Hilda eat the hit for the Nomi.
And then force
right,
the
or for the Pressure hit, right?
Yeah.
You target Landius with Pressure, then you target Hilda with Seraphina. Is the idea, at least in theory?
Yeah, if you're going for the Wedge Sting,
much harder to do in practice.
So he was going for like a spread positioning because he's worried about like the Lestelle going into next turn.
Oh, but he brought those troops on the Stell.
Yeah, they don't have Terrain Master or anything. They're just good against. He was worried about the Guard Ignore play, so he brought like the bulky anti-ranged troops. Like these are fat troops, but they're not going to help our movement here.
They are so fat too. Oh man, these troops are so underrated.
One day, Zilong will give Lestelle a troop that actually maximizes her potential.
These are pretty close, aside from no Terrain Master. They are the 5 moves, so she doesn't get slowed
Hey,
down.
those SP troops are coming, right?
Yeah, that's true. But he does go for the rush, but it's only a +1 because she's 4 base move, so I don't think she can still reach anything meaningful here.
Donk.
No, she doesn't even reach Lando with AoE.
Precious also.
I'm sorry if you looked at her skills. Did she bring 3C?
She did. I didn't really say anything though. Like I looked at their skills, but I didn't really say anything of note. Aside from I think the Precious sweep. I don't think I said much.
Damn, no blood dance, eh?
Yeah, I mean he's just going for the heal reverse win con. I mean I will say Lune can just not heal. To a certain extent. Yeah, good damage.
We're killing.
So just out of curiosity, so right now Lestelle's actually not in guard range. Can Sarah reach?
1, 2, blank.
Is it 2 to go over cargo?
No, it's 1.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He's 1 short.
He's 1 short.
But like, all you need to do is put a unit in front of her, and then she reaches.
Yeah.
Well, like, cause yeah, Lando hasn't guarded yet.
Yeah.
But like, he will. Like,
or he won't. He'll put the Nomi not in guard range.
Nothing's in guard range now.
Yeah.
What does Agnes have for movement now with that? Is she down to 2 or 1?
1.
Oh.
I think you're from what I understood from the skill, you're supposed to target the tank specifically with that.
Yeah, but there wasn't a position he could reach to do that. I don't think.
Like you could like dash her or something, right?
Yeah. I don't think doing the Nomi there was right at that timing. And also, like, it's dispellable, right? Like, you just cleanse it with the Sophia or the Agnes.
It's a train effect, no?
Yeah, it's a train effect, but it only activates when you stand on it. It's a debuff. It's not.
Oh.
It's not a Grenchill sword. It applies a debuff when you stand, kind of thing.
Oh. It's just worse Grenchill.
Yeah, Nomi is not actually good. I should be clear.
Doink.
It was pretty respectable damage versus the Landias, but it also was freeze strike versus a Lancer, who has no buffs, and she has Hilda buff.
How did that Lando get chipped?
The
ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just going ham with the Nomi.
It's just step 1 block back and faction buff, right? Like, what's he gonna do?
Yeah, I don't think he's really doing anything with this area yet, so I think you can just Lando. And then you have Sophia action to cleanse the Nomi.
Fangs won't hit with Riposte, right?
They
If
will
he
unless
ranges?
you melee. Yeah, actually, she can two range the Nomi here.
Or
Oh, he does reach. Okay.
I don't like this. I don't like this play.
She won't get to run back as the thing, because the tile. So that's why it doesn't really solve the scary thing, which is the Listel, right? Because you do lose her for this, unless Lando did Tenya Breeze actually, so he can run to guard, which is funny.
Which you would definitely do.
Yeah, you guard in between the Agnes and the Sarah.
There's no shot this kills.
No, Lando's not killing there. So your Lando guards, and then you can reach with Sophia to rewind
you stand
the
on that
Lando.
water.
Yeah, you stand on the water, you rewind off of Landius with Sophia to give Sarah her act again back, and like you've got a lot of plays you can actually do then. Okay, that works because of that Tenya Breeze on the Landius from last turn. I didn't consider that, and because like no single target on the style.
You do get Agnes heal reversed if you do that.
Yeah, that's true.
Interesting.
So I don't think she reaches to basic the Sarah or anything. So I think he is just playing carefully around it. The heal reversal, I guess.
I don't know if he needed to move Sophia that far away.
He does go to guard now. I don't know if he can really save this though.
How much movement does Listel have?
605 now.
5.
Yeah, because the rush is gone.
I would have considered putting Lando one below where he put him, so that she couldn't reach to 3C Agnes and Prussia.
I mean, the thing is, right, if you do that, you kind of give up on killing the Sarah. And, like, they just wait it out then. You have no skills left for a while. You'll eventually get Reaper's Touch back, I guess, but... Like, Agnes can't attack or she will kill Seraphina. She also can't heal or she will kill Seraphina.
Well, like, the Seraphina has to, like, walk out of the tiles and kill herself in Agnes Aura so that she
Can revive, but it's a 2-turn thing. Although it's actually only... The heal reversal is only 1 turn.
The heal reverse is 1 turn.
It's the Curse of Wounding that's 2 turns, okay.
Yeah, so she's safe right there.
Sort of.
Like, flow 3C, but, like...
Yeah, nothing
You were
reaches.
gonna just Agnes
Oh, you
anyways.
can act again the Listel, and then the Listel threatens with the basic. You can't both guard.
Well, Landy's guard, though, no?
Yeah, Landy guards, because Listel doesn't have skills, yeah.
But if Listel comes out to reach, like, to punch with a basic...
Yeah, you do get her killed by Prussia, that's true. And you can't anyways, because the Landy just guards. Would rushing, like Hilda or something, have worked? I guess Hilda doesn't have her tiles, so that wouldn't have worked.
No, oh, yeah, she would have reached.
Oh, so we're killing the Seraphina now?
Yeah, I think that's kind of over at this point.
Looks over to me.
Listel has no skills for a while. You have no wind blooms or anything. It just takes too long to get her to do anything again. But and Sarah and Pressure
You
will
needed the
combo
blood dance, guys. You needed the blood dance.
instead of the Reaper's Touch. Yeah, maybe.
Because, like, ultimately, against Agnes and Sophia, what is Reaper's Touch really doing?
Yeah.
Especially if you're casting it on Seraphina.
That's
Yeah,
the thing.
If-
Is
it's one-
hitting the Seraphina with
one
it
thing
is so not.
like it's one thing to Reaper's Touch like Agnes or Sophia, like fair.
Yeah.
But
So the thing is, he isn't Bracer, so Blood Dance is awkward, right? Unlike Will, who's got his, somehow 17,000 or 18,000 HP Listel that is Bracer and doesn't take the fixed.
Damn, still kills that time.
Pressure hits hard.
I sure it's like a Chuck Boys.
She is like a 5 dispel DPS. And I don't think the Hilda was in great condition there.
It was not.
Yeah, I agree, Zuka. I think Listel should be played with Bracer, but Boots is also attack, to get that a little bit of extra reach. But it's the same thing with like Bozel. Like if you have the stats to back it up, you should play Bracer rather than Boots.
And he could legitimately play Bracer and not Swordsmith.
Yeah, that's true. Like I know Moon is one of those people with like a 1200, 1300 defense Bozel or whatever, with Bracer and all that jazz. He could definitely do the same for Listel.
We like finals content, the game threes.
Yeah. I
Give me more
appreciate the
game
beef.
3.
I'm almost positive one of them won't go to game 3, but
You got it, JV. Kill the cat.
I did already neuter 2 of my cats today, or
Damn.
this week. Yes, sad coned boys.
Maybe you should just like add Mac to your box because Meow can't ban Mac, so then you get like a juicy double dipping aura tile for your Rosalia to double dip on, and you can just get like a fifth pick Mac.
Ozma out here given the secret text.
Right? I mean, if Meow bans the cat, then he's just dead, right? So you can't ban the cat. So you just get your like fifth pick enabler, and then easy.
He does like to say that if like the way to beat him is to win the range advantage. So clearly fifth pick Mac is the way to go.
All right, so we've got some more sidebox changes from Moon because Moon is Moon and he has everything in this game built. So we've got Elwyn Listel out. I think the new stuff is the Saintess Mary from last game.
Yes.
And no changes for Lune.
Yeah, Lune is just vibing. I think the amount of extra stuff Lune has built is not a large number in terms of like properly like 6-star build.
Yeah.
I know Moon's been fairly rushy these games, but I almost wonder if he should have wanted player 2 just to not give Lune what he wants.
Yeah, it's an interesting thought. Especially because like he's got the flow in box and the Sicilian box and Lune doesn't. So you can't really play the band pick the same way Lune has been. So it forces him to change up his strategy because he has been leaving those healers hanging a little bit because they're just not quite as dangerous as player 1 for his box. So this game he does ban the Landius because Landius has shown that he can tank Nomi, even with the Hilda buff on Nomi. Hilda has a little bit tougher of a time doing that, unless she's like Tiamat. But I'm like the only person on the planet that runs Tiamat Hilda. I think Rice Crew maybe has switched to it too. Possibly. I'm a big fan. So he does take the Hilda pick again for the early tank pick. I'm surprised he didn't bring like a Sonya in his box or anything. Just because he knows he's playing against like a Lancer tank buster, right? And she is actually a pretty functional aggro DPS sometimes. I mean, she did just get 1v1'd by AoE Rosalia, but...
Well, the Hilda pick's interesting, knowing that we know the pressure just destroys this Hilda.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know what... I don't remember what troops Moon had last game on the Hilda.
Royals.
It was Royal
Royals.
Cav.
Yeah, so I mean, those
Which
do
is...
nothing against unicorns.
Yes. And also a Lancer hero.
Yeah.
And
like that was also unicorns on the most anti-unicorn map.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I think the Royal Cavs probably were not the pick. I think her Pressure doesn't have infantry troops, right? She has cavalry troops, she has flyer troops, and she has some really bad lancer troops. So
like Aegis's are not terrible. It's just that like Lancers have very bad attacking techs.
Yeah, they've got terrible techs. It's the same reason state guards don't do that much damage, even though they look like they should be OP, you know?
Yeah.
So you can definitely, I think, bring Lancer troops on Hilda if you're
So
trying to
like
actually
it's
tank the pressure.
not that the Lancer troops don't hit, it's just that Lancers as a whole suck.
Yeah. And Hoplites Gin is the same thing. Gin has damage mods out the wazoo. Lancer troops do not. So yeah, that's why I think you just bring Lancer troops on Hilda. Because the Precious simply doesn't have troops that hit that hard into them.
Yeah.
We do get an Almeida pick for Lune, and Almeida's really good. Saintis can definitely overwhelm, but she's got like a 100% chance to give herself every debuff in the game in the process.
Lune definitely takes Agnes here, right?
So that's an
Nice.
option. The other thing is the IBC. Because even if the Hilda brings tankier troops, like with IBC buff, I think Prussia could probably pretty comfortably bust the Hilda twice. And then you just play the cleanup game with IBC, or, IBC takes second life, something like that, right?
I just figured, like, if he gets Agnes here, then he's still getting Kagura, IBC, or Luke after.
Yeah, that's true.
They similarly clean up.
You mean Bracer on the Saint? Because, yeah, so the thing is, like, the Almeida's going to do 2 debuff stacks, right, on everybody. Saint just comfortably eats through all of those. But then, 2 from every character she hits is going to reflect back onto herself. He does have an easy mass attack here, though, to not get her silenced, so she can AoE again, though.
Like, there's a good chance here that...
Which one would you take mass attack
Okay, hear me out here. Double Act against Saintis is the wombo combo. You transform, AoE, act again, AoE.
Yeah, but it's a line, right? The other AoE, unless you bring Black Hole.
I've seen crazier things.
I think
also, the line's still pretty good.
You also can't, like, AoE her, or, like, act again her out of her stasis mode.
Oh, you can't?
Like, well, she forcibly takes the last action of your team. So, like, it's not like you can stand her and then act again.
He means, like, the turn after you transform, right? You act again her so she can 3C, and then you act her again so she can do whatever second AoE she has, and then she goes into...
just get her into this... Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, like, if you're doing your act agains at the end of your turn...
Also, for the people wondering, I also don't understand why Lune picked Sissy. It's other than the second A. Like, I think the Caroline is better than trying to force the Super Scientist to act again. Because if you don't kill anything with that, and it's not like Saint's AoEs do that much damage, you are out of commission for a few turns.
Well,
Okay.
same to say
AoEs
do
do hit
pretty
hard,
good
guys.
when you're not boots.
That's true.
When
Like,
you're not
her
boots,
3C is still like a 0.4 or some shit.
when you're not boots with the new debuff staff, you do hit very hard. She does almost one shot things
Why
in like
back
full
though?
full damage builds.
I've never seen that much damage from her. I've played against her a few times, but she can do okay damage, yeah.
Well, like just because everyone runs boots for
Not
reach,
everybody
doesn't
does
mean
not run boots. That is a you and a Wally thing this season.
You and Wally
Traditionally, Saintess does not run boots. the Saintesses I've fought in the past. But yeah, so we do have just line on her instead of like a black hole or something. Lune does take pretty defensive positioning.
It's just the anti-Actigan debuff is just so strong.
I mean, not against this team, right? It's
no,
good
not against this team. But it's also big poke.
It is big poke.
Look at the Amazon Copium.
Yeah, he actually did take the Amazons. Why did Moon bring Molders? I guess the Luke. I would have brought Aegis Guard. If you're trying to actually live.
He's just hoping for the Luke suicide.
Yeah. I guess that is Thorn's gamer life.
This pressure will destroy this Hilda.
Yeah, for sure. With the Molders, it's easy kill.
Amazon's only like a 75% death drop, right?
75% chance, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it should work. It's not like she's going to get immunity anywhere, and it's a pretty good chance. And I think even without defense drop,
every time, guys.
I think she'll be fine, even if she doesn't trigger that. Just because pressure herself hits properly hard. And Molders have just kind of fat base stats, you know, they don't have any defensive effects. I will say, to your thought that, like, if you Nomi single target, Lune would heal, I don't think Lune would ever heal just after the Nomi single target. He has one healer, and if he was playing against Caroline, there's no other single target follow-up. You don't care about any damage to your tank for the rest of the turn. You just save it for after an AoE hits you. Just to that point earlier. But yeah, I do think the Caroline was better than the Sissy. Caroline does do a lot of damage, and he only has one healer.
Oh, Hilda guarded for Moon, right? Yeah, that's why there's tiles.
Mm-hmm.
Rip the flow stacks. Sometimes you got a first turn buff.
I disagree. I get the only time I've ever first turn buff, I did it. I hate it. I hate it.
I mean, I guess with a Kagura running rampant in the back for Lune.
Well, the thing is,
Can't afford to.
like Zuko, if you have to hit with the Nomi in guard range, right? Otherwise, the Kagura just comes up and obliterates her. And even if you do hit, then Pressure takes first, like Kagura comes and takes second. Maybe she whiffs. I don't know, because it's double Lancer and he didn't bring infantry troops on this. Luke can take second life then, either way. Like, it's not free to take one life of the tank with the Nomi. You lose your tank for it, or you lose the Nomi for it. And one life is not two.
But Rush is really interesting.
On the Saintes, I think he had to. if you're trying to set up the super AA play, she has to reach this turn with her first AoE, right? If you're trying to combo double AoEs with the Actigans.
Well, but now he can't act again.
Well, the thing is, Zuko, the pressure will literally take a life off the Hilda and then teleport back, right? You can't play the super slow game if you're Moon. You just get your tank killed by pressure into
Well, like,
Lucretia.
Aren't you just 3Cs and then she'll act again?
Yeah, she just gets her stack. Flow's fine. Is that worth it?
I mean, does
Mobility -3, silence,
pressure reach?
and anti-act again. So 3 crippling debuffs there that stop him from reaching anything.
I mean, yeah, but he can just use the 1C heal with Almeida, and I think she'll fully cleanse that.
She'll cleanse?
At least
5
4,
debuffs?
or maybe
6.
5. I'm not sure if the Forest Priest will trigger off that or not. At least 4. Yeah, I'm just saying, I don't think it's the free win you were describing it as, Zuko. There's a game to be played, but I think the Caroline was stronger, but it's not massively favorable to Moon if he takes that Caroline there. Like, Lune's not going to automatically die to that. Lune is a pretty good tank pusher. He knows how to play. And the reason I was saying, like, is the Saint is worth it is, like, you've just blown one of her skills and put her way out of position to hit the other stuff for a Kagura that's just going to get healed. Yeah, she gets full cleanse just by mass healing. Mass heal is a little awkward versus using the 1C because it means you don't have your reflex stacks ready for next turn. So you don't have any AoE healing going into next turn. Luke can threaten to kill stuff though, if you move the Hilda to guard.
Does Luke reach below?
3. Yeah, she does.
Awkward.
I don't think the same display was worth it. It just puts you out of position. For, you know, something that was completely wiped the effects of.
Well, the floor's
Also,
open.
this isn't actually a, I should mention, this isn't actually a Bond of Arashi Hilda, so she could be stunned too by the Kagura. You've got the healers to cleanse, because it is cleansable from Kagura, but just putting that out there.
Taking the flow is actually really free because you can stay in puppet revive range.
Yeah, so Nomi takes 1 life, and then you just move to guard with Hilda.
And because flow rushed, she can't act again.
Well, she can 3C nothing to get her fit stack, so she could.
Oh, true.
Luke did not breeze, but she does reach flow.
Does Noemi have firebrands?
I don't know. No, so she goes top Zuko, right? She goes 1, 2, 3, starts here, swaps 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hits flow. You don't go through the water, you go up top.
Okay, so I guess needing to do that, then she would lose.
Yeah, you
her
would lose
puppet
revive. Or no, she can reach from this swamp tile here, and Puppet can move in front of Hilda. You're fine still. It's because it's swamp left of the depths. Yeah,
Oh,
she's
because
fine.
she just goes up and around.
Yeah.
Big challenge.
Luke is in fact kind of a good hero.
These are the plays that make Raven say she's banned now.
So I will say the Saintus can just kill her with AoE next turn, but that's when you, I think, use your pressure and Kagura to apply pressure. Because you last action stun Hilda with Kagura here.
Well, I mean,
Are we gonna see
Oh.
desperate measures?
pressure doesn't reach, right?
Next
She should
turn, I
be
mean,
one
next
off.
turn. I wasn't realizing he was doing the killing the summon to act again thing. But I meant like next turn you force the Saintus to choose if she does something about the Luke or if she does something about the stunned, or like if you do something about the stun tank, right? You force the choice.
I still just don't understand bats over warlocks.
For that
Saintus?
single target damage.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
You know, she does have Dark Reaper, so she could have played Tank Bust Hilda with Reaper.
Okay, so he doesn't set up the stun on tank play. So he's playing pretty defensive here. It is truly a 1-for-1 trade Luke for Saintus like this. You keep Puppet, but
It's not
Also,
1-for-1.
Luke for Low, I mean. How is it not? Saintus will still be in guard and she
No.
clocks all her skills, right?
No, I was saying in the sense if you're referring to Saintus.
Oh yeah, sorry. I mean like the Luke, sorry, trade Low is 1-to-1.
Yeah.
With her exclusive, she doesn't hurt or debuff her allies, right?
Yeah, I think that's the thing.
There's a condition though.
Well, yeah, if there's 2 in a ring or something.
The
just-
prime
I
pile
didn't-
for her to stand is next to Naomi, so that's fine.
I just like with the way it's worded, it like only specifies that you don't like deal the damage to your allies. And with the way this spaghetti coded game is, if it doesn't specify that you're not debuffing as well, I don't believe that it doesn't.
I will say the 1-for-1, like Luke for Flow, sorry, is probably fine for Lune because you just set up the pressure tank bust on Hilda. Because there's still nothing Moon can particularly do to make Hilda tank pressure, I think.
Oh, he goes for the tree.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, he's got turn prize, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Does Hilda... Okay, she's got 2... Okay, he had the Wind Blooms on Sissy, so he's got full up on guard via the 2C. So wait,
There's no way he's.
I mean, if you use Kagura to kill Saintus here, which I think she probably can, Kagura is a monster.
This
Nomi
this
kills
Saintus
Kagura.
effect is pretty bulky though too.
Yeah, I don't know. It's 80% DR, but Kagura has like, what is it, 30% in her 3C effect, and then Breeze is another 10%.
Yeah, true.
I think Kagura could probably kill. But also, he can just wait, because he's already moved Sissy first, and the problem with that is it just gets your Hilda stunned, and then pressure hits something, which is pretty bad for you, right?
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Like Sissy
Order.
first. Like, he should have moved Hilda just to guard. Like, that was... Hilda's the least important action, and like that, you know, means you're not going to get stunned going into next turn or anything crazy like that. Precia's like teleport back doesn't count as an act again, I don't think even. So like if she
Well, like,
wants to just dispel
he
Hilda,
got
she
away
could.
with it though because Lune just passed Puppet.
Well, no, I don't think he did. The problem is you just stun the Hilda with Kagura, and then Precia can go kill what she wants to kill, which is either Nomi or Saintus, right?
Well, like, you can't stop that anyways because the Saint just forces your turn order.
Oh, you're right, you're right. I forgot about the forced turn order thing. I don't know, Zuko. Rachel's EE is really bad. And Matthew's.
Yeah. So you might as well move them first so your DPS actions are the ones that are left. So you can actually react if he makes the mistake of going too early.
Yeah, the turn order force here is actually really bad for Moon. I wasn't accounting for that. I don't see any reason to not just kill Nomi if you're Lune here. I almost feel like you have to yeet Nomi away out of range if you can get her far enough, but Kagura breeze, so you can't.
I think Nomi just has to move 1, right?
Yeah, I guess she just has to avoid the pressure, really.
Oh, 2 move then.
Yeah. But if you move 2, then you're out of guard, and Kagura with the breeze can punish you, I think. Maybe not on this tree specifically. I think you'd be fine. Yeah, he's trying to figure out where you have to go. To not get wrecked by stun. I wonder what he uses on this Hilda.
But now it's extra awkward because like he does kind of need to leave her in Saintus's ring, or else his own Hilda gets massively kaboomed.
That's true. Maybe Moon is just trolling us and this Hilda's actually Feather, by the way. We see no green skill and think it's not Boa, and then it's Feather or something.
This are high HP.
Yeah, it's 20k.
I mean, you get 20k with an HP defense accessory. Like my Hilda has 20k HP on Boa.
Well, yeah, Feather's HP.
It doesn't have HP green, it's just got HP post deploy. Which might more or less.
Isn't it HP 10% and
yeah,
heal?
But no green HP. It's MDef and int base.
Yeah.
It might more or less work out the same as Boa. I don't know, HP wise.
Well,
but it could also be some random HP.
Noemi is safe, I guess.
Yeah, I think she is.
Hilda less so.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is you just take the free life on Hilda with Brescia at that point, and probably dispel guard.
Doink.
She did also get passive silence by Saintus. So if he had something to Moby down, he could Moby down Hilda, which would be funny. He could have put, instead of putting that on Hilda, he could have put it on the Brescia to try to Moby down her. That actually would have been pretty legit, because she even has the extra debuffs from the Almeida there. Oh, he got trolled by the Lancer deck. Rip. The Molders were just under 70% HP there.
That's so funny.
Wait, did she have Nomi robe active? I don't know if she was
yeah, that's actually what it is. That definitely would do it. So she did lose everything of note, though.
But that's okay, because Saintus transformed. Start from scratch.
Well, yeah, you just have to do something to not get your Nomi killed by Kagura first, right? So that's either Sissy, Lance. It has to be Sissy Lancer. Hilda can't guard because the cooldown increase from Brescia. It has to be Sissy Lancer.
The Saintus transform also doesn't work now because she's passive silenced.
The Saintus transform? Like, Hilda's passive silence, Saintus is not.
Yeah, but like, if Saintis had or if Saintis had transformed right there again, then she could still just be killed because Hilda's not guarding.
Yeah, she's actually still not guarding because Sissy whipped the dispel, so he can do whatever he wants to this team right now.
That's crazy. Also, surprised he went when Bloom's over Force Priest against Almeida.
Um,
Well, he had 2 healers. I'm pretty sure
That's
Flo
true.
was Forest Priest.
That's true. He did have 2.
yeah. Yeah, he didn't have enough coins for the Sissy, I don't think. Nomi does actually fail on Hilda.
Well, that was Tree.
Oh, you're right. But still, that's a Hilda buff versus not Tiamat Hilda. And not like her MDEF is that. Actually, this MDEF is not bad. That's pretty good. How long is this Hilda passive guarded for? Will she get guarded? No, it's 2 turns. Yeah, he's just fucked. The Saint is actually ruining his own game with the debuffs. That sucks.
Oink. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Hey, she got the silence through at least.
Yeah, yeah. It's just, what can you do to this pressure after she frontal assault kills Nomi and is sitting on a tree? The bat single target, right? The bat single target.
Do you think a silenced Kagura kills Lancer?
Yeah, I think so. Or you could just take the Saintus. It's just the thing with taking the Saintus is you don't get back to guard. But like you do eventually win that way because you just let the debuffs go away, and you have a healer. And a way to stun his tank.
Lune doesn't want to commit though.
No, he doesn't. So he's gonna eat a fat Almeida Saintus 3C here.
No, it's not up yet.
Oh, that's transform. I see. Okay. Yeah, I think that's fine to wait then. Just cleanse with next turn with Almeida
Well,
and
like,
seal.
well, like it's gonna be transform act again 3C, right?
There's not pacing to do that, though, right? Or maybe you just guard with Hilda, actually, is probably what you do.
Oh yeah, you guard first.
I mean, he could go up to the tree and transform. And then if he gets his Lancer...
No, he's just killing here.
And gets his revive, because she does have a revive. I think that's the right play, honestly. Nomi can't do anything to kill this. She just runs away after she gets killed. That's correct. I was like, for some reason, completely forgetting that Pressure has a revive. That was easily the correct play. Because he can't win without the Saintus, because Nomi's already shown she is not killing Hilda.
Well, if she doesn't hit a tree, she might.
I don't know. It's just hard to ever set it up with the Almeida debuffs and all that stuff.
Like, you have desperate measures, I guess.
Yeah, even if you take one Hilda, like, right, you have to take the other. And she has to robe again next turn. Like, it's forever before you can actually try this. And
I'm not saying it's a good plan. I'm just saying it's there.
It's what you have to do, yeah. The problem with desperate measuring this turn is it means she's not going to have any buff next turn.
She was buffless anyways.
Well, yeah, but the desperate, like, if you just wait and have her robe next turn, and then desperate measure her, so she has the 30% buff.
Well, no, she's Scepter, so she can just attack this turn and robe next
Yeah,
turn.
but she's not going to do damage without that 20% damage dealt from her 3C. It's also where she gets her damage up for her kit.
Oh, it's not just range?
It's not just
Doesn't
range.
Doesn't it act again now with casting?
No,
Imagine knowing what Nomi does.
it does not act again with casting. It has a slightly lower cooldown is what casting does. Oh, he does get a life
So
there.
bad.
Hilda's like still not guarding, right?
Still not.
Does Kagura Punch just kill this Nomi right now? Do we think?
A Lancer.
Oh, you're right, Lancer. Lancer.
Ozma hates acknowledging the better Lance on the field.
Alright, so you make Hilda. Hilda doesn't reach to kill Lancer, actually. I think you just have to vibe for a minute here if you're Lune. Does Hilda still have 2 range guard next turn? I don't know which of these actually has turn or guard prio right now. Also, when does Kagura have stack problems? It's 5 stacks. Okay.
Doesn't Hilda always have guard prio over a summon?
I'm not actually 100% sure.
With 3 stacks, he doesn't stun.
Yeah, that's okay. I was wondering if there was like
And
something
then
that stacks are gonna affect.
at 5 stacks, it attacks less.
Yeah, and you also lose like damage or something, right? No, actually, it's just.
But he has the Gorge.
Yeah, he does. It's just it's speed wise, right? So we'll have another Lancer next turn. I mean, you honestly don't really need the stun though, because you have the turn advantage here. Like you just save your 2 DPS actions for last, because he has turn prio and only 3 units, and you have 4 units. In fact, you have 5 units because you have Puppet, so you just wait it out, and then you double tap the Hilda with Kagura into Pressure. I think Kagura into Pressure is better than Pressure into Kagura.
Pressure into Kagura is better. Because Pressure dispels buffs. And then Kagura can hit.
Well, she doesn't have 3C.
Oh, then Kagura's better for the armor break.
He can also sit and guard while he does all this. So like I think he has to just guard in place with the Hilda. Or not guard, buff, yeah, that's what I meant. And you just play with your passive guard for this turn.
Damn, these Nomi fire tiles doing work. Never mind.
Well, they'll be back. The fire tiles will be back.
So I mean, he could already, like, if he wants to get everything in passive guard, right, because the Nomi's in play again, you have to move like the Pressure first so Almeida can slide in behind. But Pressure doesn't exactly love eating the Hilda counter here.
Are we really taking the chance with this 80% Hilda?
Here's the Thorns proc. Oh my god, that's so much damage. I don't think Kagura should go for it, though.
Wait. He just killed his Pressure. Because now the tiles are going to do 15% fix.
Is it 15% or is it 1x?
15% of max HP.
Okay. Well, he's got the Hilda, though. Minus 15% or 35% of the fixed damage. How much HP does she have? 13. I don't think it kills after the Hilda subtraction.
Not if it kills. Not if it kills.
If it kills the Hilda, that's true.
And that Hilda is not full health, and those molders are not in tech.
Yeah, but she also has a 20% damage down.
Oh, it's enough! Almost! Oh my god.
Damn.
Oh, that's crazy.
This is why you team at Hilda, so this isn't this close at any point this game.
That's crazy. Almeida debuffs saved Lune this game. Single-handedly there. If the Almeida debuffs don't land the damage dealt on the damage dealer.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it was also like, oh, she could have damage down, or, damage taken to the Hilda earlier or something, stuff like that.
Well, like if the Hilda's dead, but like all
Also,
of
I
those
really think
units die.
he should have used the I am Bozel thing on Prescia way earlier this game before he started smacking on the Hilda.
Yeah, I agree.
What do we think about the sissy basic, guys?
No, it's not worth it. You just heal setup Lancer.
So I mean, presumably Prescia uses her action to kill Lancer. I will say maybe Hilda does that to Nomi this turn though, because the Hilda HP is low, but the troop HP is high because of the troop heal thing. So they don't have tech active still. I feel Kagura. I guess she already 3-seed, so she doesn't really have time to gorge. I feel like he should have just gorged last turn.
Yeah,
Just-
he needed to gorge.
And just set up the stun, you know? I really think that was better.
No stun really feels bad here.
And like he could have even used like the puppet to kill Soldier or something, you know? Depending on how he positioned it. But now like Kagura doesn't have her super buff anymore. Oh, and she gets 3 stacks back because of the 3C ending. Oh, so she still can't
Yeah.
even stun. That's
No,
so
that
awkward.
was just misuse. Hilda just dies here. Hilda dies. I have to again kill something else. How did it come to this?
I don't know. I think there was definitely misplays on both sides.
Definitely misplays.
I think Lune played too defensive after Moon kind of...
Oh, for sure. 100%.
Does she have desperate measures up this turn?
I think she does, yeah. Yeah, she does.
Also, Prescia Amazons.
Oh wait, no, yeah, Mikey's right. She stayed on Hilda tiles instead of sliding over past her own Hilda.
Oh, you're right.
I thought it was weird that she stayed there doing that.
Is Lune just gonna fog? I think he is.
Damn, now that's a timer debuff in action.
Oh, no, if you
The
die to
thorns. Yeah, that's so risky. I think he should have I guess you healed, so it's fine. And she has a revive, and Kagura's not dying to anything here. God, the fog gaming. I mean, Nomi can kill one thing to try to get the others in, and Moon is ahead on damage if you can somehow last it. Oof. 2 range guard dispelled, and the Kagura just kills.
It's not too late to equip a gift on your Nomi.
A Nomi in a dream.
Timer debuff, man. Yeah, Lune does not take the bait and kill the Hilda. There's no reason to allow the Nomi in. Even if you still win. Even if you do, but you don't allow it in. I think Lune kind of butchered the Kagura pretty bad this game.
100%.
I think that was really his problem on why it got this close.
Ultimately, it was Lune's game to lose, and he didn't. So
Yeah, ultimately.
Well,
at the very least, made it interesting.
By all accounts, I think he should have if Moon just moved his Nomi to the right
for
spot.
sure. But there's multiple moves like that on both sides throughout the game, right?
Yeah.
That we could point out as, oh, this made it really hard for them to win. This one definitively ended it for Moon.
Yeah. Late game moves always like have the biggest swing like that.
Oh wait. No reflect memes.
I mean, I think Almeida could endgame that hill, so.
Well, it needed to kill, and Moon was up in damage.
Yeah, it's just you have to live another 2 turns.
Man, if that Noemi pulled off that double kill, would have been crazy.
This is why I swear by Tiamat Hilda. Don't get your Hilda killed by mages, guys. Use Tiamat. Who needs a Tensei buff? I never bring Tensei buff, and Hilda lives everything. Yeah, that was good content. Some
Those were really good games.
Right.
I thought those were my tiles.
F.
Yep. All right. I think that's it for tonight. So I think in the wee hours of tomorrow morning, Fight and Bit is playing Whooper, and it is too early for me to cover. I'm not waking up at 6 a.m. to stream. I don't think most of you
No
would be
shot.
waking up at 6 a.m. to watch. So
No
we'll catch
shot.
that as a replay at some point.
Unless Wally feels like streaming that one.
Yeah, I think Wally
still
said
watch
he's like busy at work during that time though.
Okay.
It's like 11 a.m. on a work day, so. And I think he works
Strange.
not
UK
at his
times.
house. You know, he's not remote, I don't think. Anyways, I'll call things there. Thanks for watching, peeps. I'll get replay at some point, and then I think we've also got the other game is scheduled, you versus Meow, on Sunday at high noon somewhere.
Yeah, time zone to be determined.
Right.
All right, see you guys later.
Thanks,
Yep,
thanks
see
for
you
the
guys.
stream.
Thank you for the stream.
Thanks for all the subs, by the way, today, guys. Really appreciate it.